And I want to thank you people for the opportunity to be here as well. It's a privilege. Thank you very much. And these two people are people that I look at and I'm like, they're going somewhere. In fact, when he said we'll be taking the conference to Dubai, I said it's a good place to clap. You should be clapping. Because really, that is where they are going. They challenge me and they don't know, but they educate me as well. Like all this, I don't want my picture here, I'm shy. They keep pushing me and I'm shy. In fact, the program I went to 2 weeks ago, they took my picture from my DP. And I don't usually have my picture on my DP. But the first time in forever, I just put my picture there. And he said, send the picture. I was like, no. He just took the picture of my DP and had it on flyers. And people were like, I saw you. And that's what I don't like. Because I can't misbehave outside. And sometimes I like to misbehave. Thank you very much again for the opportunity. Welcome, Pastor. Okay, so we're talking about career development. I promise next time I come, I'll have slides. Last time I didn't have slides. This time again, I don't have slides. My PA is growing, so my legs are able to do the slides. That's my son, my last. Maybe we should put the slides together. My hands are like this. So we're talking about career development. So, in fact, I got confused. It came from leadership change to, I kept asking, what are we talking about? But as the Spirit leads, amen, everyone will be impacted. So when we talk about leadership, the problem we have most of the time, we always think that we are not leaders. And we are always leaders only when they give us a leadership position, then we are leaders. That's totally wrong. That is not true. You are a leader even for yourself. Because if you don't lead yourself correctly, you will not be able to lead others correctly and effectively. So when we see our governors and our presidents misbehaving, we think they started misbehaving right from the get-go. And they grew up misbehaving, and now they're in leadership positions. They are still misbehaving. The same is with you. If you don't start behaving yourself now, building character now, by the time you get to leadership position, who you are is who you're going to be. When it comes to money, I keep saying, you earn how much? 10,000. You earn 3,000. You pay your tithe on 3,000. No, because the money is small. Because the tithe is only 300 naira. But do you think that if you pay tithe if you can't pay tithe on 3,000, which is only 300 naira, do you think when you get 30 billion that you'll be able to pay 3 billion? No. Everything you grow towards it. You start it. There's a lot into it, and it starts with you leading yourself. So when we talk about challenges in career, what are the challenges we see? The first challenge we have in career is, of course, lack of skill. Not skill, let me not say. When you say skill, like Gideon said, skill, you think of what you can do, and you always think of the one you can do with your hand. Lack of, let me say, qualification. So the first problem I have seen in Nigeria, in fact, this morning I stumbled upon a message. Sorry, I'm a church person, so I tend to, lean towards church a lot. I was listening to an interview between Bentley Dahusa was interviewing Pa Elton. He's one of the people who brought revival to Nigeria. And they asked his wife, what did you observe when you came to Nigeria? She said she noticed that there were two spirits that were prevalent in Nigeria. The spirit of violence and the spirit of fear. The spirit of cruelty and the spirit of fear. The Nigerian people are cruel, and then those who are not cruel are afraid. And it's so unfortunate that spirit of fear has actually crept into us, even the people in primary school. We always think that we cannot get what we want. We always think we cannot pursue what we desire. So when it comes to career development, lack of qualifications is the first thing. So let's even start from when you enter school. So we have students here. Sometimes we don't even know what we want to do. All we want to do is to make money. So first thing, lead yourself. Know what you want. Be focused on what you want. If you want to be a teacher, don't say there's no money in teaching, so I'm not going to be a teacher. If you want to be a doctor, don't say the cutoff mark for medicine is high, so I'm not going to be a doctor. So know what you want. If you want to go to Port Harcourt, there's so many ways to go to Port Harcourt. But the point is that you're going to get to Port Harcourt eventually. That's it. So you know exactly what you want. So I'm a student and I'm about to enter school and I want to study accountancy. And I wrote JAM, knowing how Nigeria is, how our JAM and all the systems are. And I don't make a cut-off. And I end up going to a polytechnic instead of a university. So I applied for a job. And what do they say? Oh, in this job, we want BSc, not HND. So that is lack of qualification. So that has already set you back. So let's say I have a BSc. Amazing. I have a BSc, I'm applying for this job. It's another challenge we have in career. Lack of experience. That's another challenge. So you have the qualification, but there's lack of experience. And when I was looking for a job, you'll say post 3 years experience, post MSc, 2 years experience. I'm like, I'm just a copper. So how do I get that job? I said, no problem. So you now see, lack of experience now sets you back. So let's say you even have the experience. What is the third thing? The major thing with us in Nigeria, self-doubt. We don't believe in ourselves. We don't know that you are smarter than you think you are. Self-doubt. So that sets you back. And you look at the company, Zenith Bank, oh my goodness, big company, Shell, big company, Etisalat, big company. Just be bold and make that application, make that step. Self-doubt stops you also from going forward. So see what you have done to yourself. So now, let's say at the point you don't have the qualification, you have what? A HND, so you couldn't get the job. Now, how are you going to get that? Sorry, I don't have slides. I don't know if you can take notes and don't. So you have the HND, you don't have the experience. Now, what do? You look for another job that you can work at on the same path that will get you the experience that you need. Now, my bank doesn't employ people with HND, but I have someone who's a deputy manager that went to IMC. How did he come in? Experience. He knew he had the HND. So he went to work for another institution that employs people with HND. And he works there. By the time he came to Senate, that institution had given him like 5 years experience, and that was like, we are taking you. So you see that setback has been dealt with. I hope you understand that. So we're talking to career people now, that setback has been dealt with. There's nothing as terrible as having a gap in your CV. You couldn't find a job between 2003 and 2005, and your CV is blank. That means you're an idle person, you're not creative, you're not innovative. So what were you doing then? If you're going to go into career, make sure that your CV is talking and talking and talking. I worked at an office where I was paid 15,000 naira. 50,000 naira, 1.5. And when they increased it to 30, and I worked there. Not because I was still giving birth to children, and I knew that. In fact, when I got to my job interview, I was pregnant. No one is employing a pregnant woman for goodness sake, and I knew that. So I had to go like, oh, I have to step back from this, I can't do this. So I got another job that paid me 15,000, and I was doing it. Advantage of the job, it was just a small office. I could go with my baby, you see? But I'm not where I want. But when I write my CV, I write financial accountant of this company for how many years? 7 years, 15,000 naira. But on your CV, you see how good it looks. You were engaged. You were doing something. You were being productive. So you have to put that into consideration. And whatever it is that you're doing, we should learn how to sell ourselves, how to work it, how to organize things. When somebody says, oh, your house help, I said, no, she's not my house help. She's my housekeeper. Find words. You can be a cashier at a supermarket. You're not a cashier. You're a customer service. There are words that do make this thing. And when they say, what was your job function? It's simple. Of course, you entertain customers hospitably, you were kind and very polite, you dealt with customer conflict, you received cash and you're able to handle money without issues. You see how that thing is coming up on the CV? But you were just a cashier in a mega supermarket. We need to start thinking like that. So when you have self-doubt, Try and get statements that affirm yourself. Talk to yourself. If I recently had to do that to myself because I want to move to another level and I'm like, can I do this? I just said, you're smart. You're very smart. You're bold. You're creative. You're innovative. You prep yourself. Are we together? What other issue do we have? Time is a question. You're now working in a job that is not the job that you want. You're working in that job that doesn't give you time for the job that you want. But another issue that we have, we just get comfortable where we are and decide, this is where we are, this is how it's going to be. But let's understand that uncertainty is something that is stable. One morning on the news, we heard about a disease that started in China. And we're like, oh, China is coming. It's not coming here. Within 7 months, it was at my doorstep. I even suffered it. Within 7 months, some businesses closed down forever. Within 7 months, I know a school that folded because of COVID. Just like that. Now this year, we had election. Hey, election, new president. I was driving out of my house one day and I saw fuel queues. What's going on? Fuel is 500 and I'm like, what? Uncertainty. Just like that. Just like that. Just the other week, the other said it's now 600. I'm like, when is this going to stop? So uncertainty is here to stay. So we should also learn to move. So you're working in that job where they're not paying you much, and that's not where you want to be. Be focused on your goal. Like I said, you want to be a doctor, and they gave you med lab science. Work as a med lab scientist with what you have. And then make out time for that goal that you want. Make out time. Go and do your JAMB lessons. On the internet, there's so much resource for JAMB. There's so much resource. Go and do private studies. You don't even have to spend so much. You see on YouTube and Google, there's so many free things. You study and try. Every day you put an effort into that goal you want. Every day you put an effort. Before you know it, you're back in school and you're studying medicine and people around you wonder how. You have to make out time for what you want, for your desire. I have a son who he doesn't study. He's smart. He doesn't study. He knows how to make money. He knows how to make money. He used to bake. And his customers will come and have to chase them away. This child is in secondary school. You're working and he's making cake and you're carrying and chase his customers away. The other time we had an event in church, he made popcorn, he made all sorts of things and they were selling and making money. It was now time to take jam. Study. Hey. He's the kind of person that if you tell him, don't eat this chicken, no, he will tell you, how much is this chicken? You know why he asked me? He wants to go and buy it. That's my son. So I made him take jam milk, and when he took jam milk, he got 1/4. In fact, before he took jam milk, I told him you get 1/20. Because I don't read it. I just told him. He got 1/4 for your future. So that's 30% of your income. Try and live on 70. Whatever you're doing, squeeze it into 70. So you can have money. So an opportunity might just arise, and it is that your savings that will solve that problem. Whether you're a business owner or career person, learn to save. When preparation meets opportunity, the result is amazing. So learn to save, no matter how little. If you cannot save when you have little, when you become a millionaire, darling, you are not going to save. Like I said, everything starts little by little. So those are the challenges we have, and the little way we can actually take care of those challenges. But let's say you're even working at that job you don't like, at that job you don't appreciate. How do you work? How do you work? He read the scripture here. See a man diligent in his work, he will stand before him. He didn't say see a man diligent in his business or his own work. Even when you're working for someone, be diligent at that work. Do it with your whole heart. The same Bible says that when you are serving, you serve your master as unto the Lord, no matter what you're doing. If you're a receptionist, if you're a marketer, if you're a purchasing officer, serve as unto the Lord. Don't cut corners, don't do sharp ones. Serve as unto the Lord. Because we know that promotion does not come from the north, from the east, from the west. Where does promotion come? From God. So if you're not going to serve your masters unto the Lord, God is not going to promote you. God cannot be mocked. You can deceive your masters, but your hand is in the hand, your life is in the hands of God. So whatever you're doing, do it well. You need to be kind at that job. You need to be kind to your master, to your organ, to your colleagues, to the customers that come in. You need to be kind. Whether you have a business or whether it's in career, you need to be kind. I've gone into some businesses where the owner of the shop is so arrogant, and I really wonder, how did this business grow to this level when this woman is that soft? Even if it's so expensive, don't tell me you cannot buy it just because this is the standard you have. No. There's a way, a customer is the reason for your business. Without the customer, your business is not going to thrive. It's something I do just anywhere I go to. If I'm there, I was sitting in a pharmacy some days ago, and a woman said she wanted a drug, and they gave her that drug. She said, "You guys are always giving me something I didn't ask for." And I told the girl, "No. Explain to the woman why she can have this drug. We should learn to interact with our customers, interact with our clients, tell them the why, not just the what. I want you to buy this book, and you don't want to buy it. I can explain to you, I can sell this book to you. Tell you that, look, the color of this book, it's really nice. The color is really nice. And to tell you the truth, this is like a plastic. So when it gets dirty, you can clean it, you can use it over and over again. And then the color is quite interesting. It's not very dull. It gives you, even if you're not wearing, for a woman, you're not wearing a dress that is nice. Like how, tell her, this matches your outfit. You see, you speak to the customer, you smile, eye-to-eye contact. It's not your business, oh. It's your guy's business. But you're doing this. You're sowing seeds. One of those clients you attend to might be the person that will take you out of there to your mission. I've had it happen. In my office where I am, I've had it happen many times. There's a security man, he now works in psychiatric hospital as one of the admin officers. How? He just helped someone who was in trouble from that gate of Zenith Park. And the person called him one time from Abuja and said, "You're a very nice man, you're very kind. I'm happy you did this. Do you need anything?" He said, "Are you a graduate?" He said, "Yes." So you see, working as a security man at Zenith Park, he didn't have a degree. He went to school while standing at that gate and got a degree from ESO. Are you seeing what's happening? So as a security man, he was very kind. He was very nice. He was, some of them, he was always humble. And that person came from Abuja and lost his way. And he directed the person somewhere inside Nike. And, and that was all that he did. Nothing outside. He must say, "Let me have your number. So, just in case." He said, "No problem." And one day the man called from Abuja and said, "Are you a graduate?" He said, "Okay, send me your CV." All this was, he just sent it. He said, "Can you come to Abuja for an interview?" He was like, "Eh?" So the man, Abuja for interview. So he just raised money. He said, "Go." And he got the job. Neuropsychiatric hospital here. He's an admin officer. So he did exactly what I'm asking anyone to do. If you're in a position you don't like, keep your eyes focused on where you want to be and keep working towards it. When you get to the end of the tunnel, you're not even going to know. So you also have to be bold, bold, bold. Be very bold to step out. Be very bold to step out. You see, comfort zone is so comfortable. It's so nice. But when they say step out, because you don't know what's there, you're like, no, I'm not going there. But this world is very large. If you don't step out of you will not know that there is somewhere like Enugu. If you don't step out from Enugu, you will not know that there's a place like Lagos. There are some people who go to Lagos and think they've gone abroad. True or false? In fact, the first time my children went to Abuja, they were like, "Wow, are you for real?" Step out. You need to step out. Be bold. Leave your comfort zone. When you leave your comfort zone, that's when your life has started. You see new opportunities to explore. So be kind. You be bold. And be what again? Be very brave. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. The fear of the unknown is a normal thing. The fear of the unknown is a normal thing. Don't be afraid. You want to take your business to the next level? Take the next step. Attempt to take the next step. What's the worst that can happen? You fail, right? Then when you fail, what do? You get up. Resilience. Resilience. You don't do it again. And you know the thing I like is that every time you fail and you get up, you've learned something from the past experience. So you're facing it with a new knowledge. If you fail again, you face it with new knowledge. When you succeed, no one can take your success story away from you. That's it. Now for us who are business owners, and you know, it's a bit difficult. You have your vision. One thing I realized, business owners have their vision, and we always have a problem that our staff are not carrying our vision. Our staff are not catching our vision. Because you don't cast the vision to them. You have to, you know, what we are suffering from now is Gen Z. The staff of 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and the staff we're employing now, they are totally different. These Gen Z people, no, they can't sit down. So I have Gen Zs in my house. The way I do with them, I always tell them the why. Why? Once you sell the why, they go with the what. Always explain. Always explain. You decided that we are going to be selling this on the internet, and all of a sudden you stop and you tell them, no, let's go house to house. Everybody will look back and look at you. They will go house to house, but they don't understand why. It's something the US military came up with. It's called the VUCA. So when there's volatility, when things are changing fast, cast that vision to them. Let them understand where you're going. Understand where you're going. And when there's uncertainty, they're not sure this thing is going to work. What do you need to do? Make them to understand. Even if it doesn't work, this is this. Even if it doesn't work, this is how. Even if it doesn't, explain to them. So you will see yourself building relationship with your staff. Not only building relationship, they tend to trust you and see security in you. They won't want to steal so much if they were stealing. And they want to work more with you. Then when they see that what you're telling them is complex, they don't get it. Just clarify it. Just make it simple. I don't know why we like seeing our staff as people we need to knock. Talk to them as your siblings. The truth of the matter, they were smart as you wanted them to be. They will be the boss and not you. So make it clear to them. Make it clear. And when it's ambiguous, what do you just need to do? Just go to them and just explain exactly how everything is supposed to be. Amen. I said amen. Sorry, I'm not very sorry. You know, so we need to be empathic. You need to be empathic. If you have your own organization, your own project, put yourself in the shoes of the other people, of your staff, of your colleagues, and look at how things can be done better. So with your challenges, we talked about what? Lack of qualification. You can always buttress that with what? Experience. And you need to be, again, have faith in yourself. Don't let self-doubt get the best of you. And again, do not use your time uselessly. Invest your time towards your goal. Your finances as well, invest towards your goal. Young people now are making money. My son even almost wanted to drop out of school, one of them. He has a lot. And he thought, oh, I'm doing computer science. Look, I don't need computer science to make money. I had to tell him, you're a UNN. Whatever you want to do, UNN is a platform. You see, Gen Z, they just want to run out and pursue their dreams. I said, UNN is a platform. You want to do whatever it is on social media, not social media things. I say, use UNN as your platform. So when you get out of the world, you have experience from a small community to a large one. My son is on TikTok. In fact, they have a team. They're on TikTok, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram. They've now made me in social media. In fact, one of their videos within a week got how many thousand likes? I think 12,000 views. I think the thing is just growing. And now they're sharing money. If you do this, you get 20,000. Even as I yesterday, I called and said, how is this money we're giving you? They said, no, we know how to do it. They even have sponsors. So you see, just a little discussion. He's now in school, he's writing exams are fine, and he's doing his thing. So
It's just a little explanation. So always tell people the why before the what. And to yourself, tell yourself the why before the what. And most of all, remember that you are the leader first. Before you can achieve anything, you need to know exactly what you want. Let your vision be strong. And secondly, you need to ask questions on that vision. Ask questions on the career you want to pursue. Make inquiry on that career. So wherever you are on the right path to that career. My time is up. I hope with these few words of mine, you've been impacted today. Thank you very much.